This anime starts with a main character who feels like he doesn't belong in his current world. Despite this, he still wants to help others. While walking through the city, he sees a woman who is cornered and being forced to drink with a group of delinquent men. The woman tries to resist with all her might, but to no avail. As the main character tries to approach to save her, we see that he is overweight and awkward. When he tries to talk to the delinquents, they immediately get angry and beat him up. Of course, he can't do anything and is knocked out cold. When the police arrive, the delinquents flee, while the main character is left helpless on the ground. The girl he saved earlier tries to help him, but he tries to get up on his own and walks away towards the center of the city. As he walks, he remembers his grandfather who advised him when he was a child to always do good, even though sometimes it requires courage and struggle to do so. When he stops for a moment at a building, he realizes that his chubby and unattractive appearance makes people around him uncomfortable. Not only is he bullied at school, but his parents also treat him unfairly, unlike his more attractive siblings. Only his late grandfather gave him attention and kindness. When his grandfather died, he felt very sad, because his grandfather was the only one who continued to advise and do good to him. His grandfather also gave him a house and all his savings, which we now know belong to the main character, whose name is Yuuya. Although his parents should have inherited his grandfather's assets, with careful preparation, his grandfather managed to pass everything on to Yuuya. This made his parents leave the house and leave him alone. So, he has to work part-time to support himself. The scene continues when Yuuya is at his middle school graduation ceremony. After receiving his diploma, he rushes to work his part-time job, but some delinquent students from his school trip him and cause him to fall. They then proceed to beat him mercilessly until he is lying there helpless. This makes him late for work, and he eventually gets fired from his job. When he returns home, he feels extremely depressed and constantly hits the mirror that is there. He accidentally hits the wall next to it and makes it move and open. As he staggers, he realizes that there is a secret room in his grandfather's heritage house. Inside the room, there are many strange objects, which turn out to be his grandfather's collection from his travels around the world. While walking through the room, Yuuya finds a door and out of curiosity, he opens it. Instantly, he sees an empty room with a desk and a chair. And when he steps on it, a mysterious hologram appears with the words isekai and some other explanations. There is a menu, cash out, and others that confuse him. He thinks that what he sees now is like a video game. As he looks around, he sees a window, and when he looks out through the window, that is when he feels truly sure that what he sees now is a completely different world from the earth where he currently lives. On the table, he sees a letter written in a language he does not understand. After trying to learn it for a long time, it turns out that the essence of the letter is someone who is approaching his death, leaving the house to anyone who finds it, and with magic power, no one can enter except the owner of the house. In the house, he finds a sword that looks very nice and brings it to the front yard to try it out. He goes back and forth inside the house to take one weapon at a time. There are spears, scythes, shields, arrows, and everything he wants to try. When he tries to put each weapon into his inventory, suddenly a monster tries to attack him. But he is blocked by the barrier of the house and automatically cannot attack it. Yuuya feels very scared. The monster is still blindly trying to force its way into the yard to attack him, but its efforts are in vain. At this time, he is holding a spear, and he begins to think about throwing it at the monster that is attacking him. Maybe that way can kill it. Without further ado, even though it's difficult, he tries to throw the spear at the monster. And boom, the spear successfully creates a large hole in its stomach and makes it fall. He is very surprised by this, and his status hologram appears, where he has dramatically leveled up after successfully killing the monster. When he feels satisfied, he wants to leave and go back to his room. Just before he touches the doorknob, some money comes out in front of him, and he happily accepts and takes it. At night, something happened to his body. When he woke up in the morning, his previously chubby and ugly body had transformed into a very athletic and muscular one. When he went to the bathroom to have a closer look, he realized that he had broken his mirror yesterday and couldn't see himself clearly. He returned to the isekai world and now he's trying to water some plants in his yard. A monster attacked him again, but he seemed to be accustomed to it and threw a spear back at it, killing it instantly. After killing the monster, Yuuya obtained some more items that he could use, including a rare item. With the money he earned from the other world, he tried to buy a new uniform for his upcoming high school entrance ceremony. And his daily activity now is visiting his house in the other world. He is too curious about the new world he has encountered that he no longer thinks about his depression and awkwardness for his first day of high school. As time goes by, he becomes accustomed to killing monsters that want to attack him, and he becomes more skilled in fighting. On his first day of high school, everyone looks at him in awe, including 2 middle school friends who used to see him being bullied. When he enters the classroom and sits at his desk, 2 delinquent students who used to beat him up approach him. They think Yuuya is a transfer student because they've never seen his current face before. When he says he is Tenju Yuuya, of course, everyone in the class is very surprised. None of them believe him. Yuuya is very confused about this, and immediately he walks towards the school toilet to see his current self. And of course, he is very surprised and amazed to see his face and body that have changed drastically from being chubby and ugly to being handsome and attractive. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon to receive notifications when new videos are uploaded.